Put this wig on straight today. Ooh. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the chat. It is another week for us. Thanks for tuning in.
Yes.
How are you guys doing this week?
Busy.
It's been long for me. I mean, I had to work yesterday, so it was just it. So
at the shop.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for me, definitely Monday. I had trouble waking up today, but I will push through. I just ready for this week to be over. March seems to be dragging on. I know it's my birthday month, but damn.
Exactly. So Amir, you know what? I have a question for you. So like shortly after the show is over, I get this notification Amir is on Clubhouse. So what is it that you do? Are you some type of moderator or do you have a room on Clubhouse? Tell me about what's going on over there.
Yeah, I mean,
get to get involved. So
yeah, Clubhouse for me definitely it's just been a real fun platform to listen in on what people are talking about. I host a few rooms here or there. Recently I've been a little too busy, but I mean to me it's fun. You get to meet like all the types of people. I was in a room with Lakeith Stanfield yesterday talking about Lil Nas X actually. So celebrities on there. It's useful. So I would count myself as a moderator. I love starting rooms and talking about stuff. So,
how would you suggest someone get started in there? I'm already in it. I think Shanika, she's in it.
Not yet.
Yeah. The invite.
Yeah, I have the invite, but I didn't understand. Like, I don't understand what the purpose is. I don't get it.
I mean, it's like this, but without the video. I mean, technically, you're all talking on Clubhouse, you know.
Oh, so it's not live, so you don't see each other.
No, it's all voice. It's audio.
Oh.
Now, as far as I know, it's iPhone only. Is everyone?
Yeah, I think it is.
It is iPhone only right now, and it's it has this exclusive feel because it's invite only as well.
Yeah.
Yep. So, I mean, once they get out of beta, I think they'll move to Android. But just to answer your question, how to get started, really, you follow people, you interact with them, you get them to follow you, you tell them what you want to talk about. And then when you start doing rooms, they'll pop up on the feed for people who are following you, if that makes sense. So, you'll probably start off small unless people are following you from other platforms. But you can really build a nice following on there just by participating. Yeah, just by joining in on people's conversations and being friendly, and opening yourself up to that. They'll follow you just because everyone on there is building their own followings.
Oh wow! Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we've got a couple of new names I haven't seen before. Thank you all for joining. Hello, Juby. Hello, Kiara. Hello, Amy. Thanks for joining, Asha. Go ahead and put in where you are tuning in from. Thank you all for joining. Give us some hearts. Keep on sharing. Keep on liking. Keep on following. We are at our next to the last show.
Yeah.
Our last show is April 5th, I believe it is. And then we will be back in July. I think it's like the second week in July we will be back. So if you are just now catching us, please be sure to go back on the chat and watch our videos from all this season. I'm sure you will be very entertained by our many topics that we have covered over this season. So please be sure to go back over and share those, share anything that is of interest to you so that we can get up to our goal of 1,000 followers. So
we're close. We're getting close.
Yeah, I haven't looked at it lately.
I sent them out to all my friends today, so we've been getting a lot today. I just got maybe like two hours ago.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So thank you all so much for joining keep on sharing. Hey Kiana, thanks Rosalind for being here. Yep, send up the shares and give us some hearts. I like hearts. I like seeing hearts. And
make it look festive.
Right.
And once again, we are if you've seen our flyer, we are doing updates. So if you didn't catch us last week, you have an opportunity to chime in and chat with us about our topics from last week, because we have many updates.
And we do have lots of updates. Absolutely.
As soon as we got off last week, stuff just started happening, and like it was just like so much going on, so many updates.
Yeah. So let's get started. So if you were tuning in last week, and whether you were tuning in here or not, you have heard about this Derrick Jaxn juice that's going on, and things just keep coming up, and people keep coming out of the woodwork. So there is a new mistress that has surfaced, and this is somebody with lots of credibility. Mm-hmm. It's a physician, a surgeon actually, who practices in Atlanta. And she did an exclusive interview this week with Tasha K. I don't know if you follow her, but she was recently with Derrick latest March 18th.
Oh, wow.
She disclosed that she recently had terminated a pregnancy.
That was his?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
They discussed it.
Wow.
She also said that recent videos that he have, and I haven't went on his page and saw any of his videos, but she said that there were videos that he posted with like white pillars in the background. That was her house. Mm. So look at Amir. Amir's like, it just keeps getting worse.
It gets worse.
She, because of her job, she was never on social media, so she really didn't know any of this going on. And what happened, what nudged her was she got a call from him saying, if a blogger calls you, don't answer the phone. So what happened was she reached out to her friends and was like getting on their social media to kind of search him, and then saw all this stuff coming up. And she's like, oh my gosh, she's been dating him since October. They were, intimate a month after together, no protection after a month of being intimate, a pregnancy that was terminated. The last time they were together was March 18th. I mean, this just keeps getting worse and worse and worse.
So did you know that he was married at all, or what did he said he was separated?
She was under the impression that he was separated, but she did not know about the children. The same.
I didn't know about the children.
Well, I can't remember how long, because his wife has said that she has been gone for last year, right? For a year. She's been gone for almost a year.
Right.
Separated.
Well, yeah. So she had been from him for about a year. And, I've been really like thinking about this whole thing and just watching everybody who's been commenting on the things that he's had to say about them. Like John Gray came out, and everybody. And I'm not a big fan of Tasha K, but she does her thing, but I'm just not a big fan of her. But and there's more women. Like to be quite honest. Now, if she did terminate a pregnancy, I would like to think that his wife may be a little bit upset about that, unless he told her about it, because she's acting like he divulged everything, like she knows everything about all of these women or whatever. I don't. When I'm looking at it, I'm just like, I don't think that. I went on her page, and if any of you all have not,
you mean his wife's page?
Yes, I suggest that y'all go over there. She's very broken. Like if you
very broken. Do you see how everything is godly and holy and all these posts about? I mean, she is torn down.
But did you see the one where she said, when she was talking about, like, she was obsessed with the women that he had been with. She was obsessed with how they move, what their skin, the color of their skin, how he was with them. How, like, she was obsessed with all of that, and she just kept watching it and watching it and watching it because she was obsessed with them.
I think it's because I think it's because they're so different from her. And this particular mistress in her interview was saying that, when she went on the wife's social media, she just automatically knew that his wife was something totally opposite of the women that he target to be in these, situationships with. Like, she is kind of homey, whatever. He like the video vixen, curvy body, and he's a very dominant, controlling personality, and he is quite emotionally abusive.
Oh.
Based on this, I mean, just cheating itself could be considered emotional abuse. And
but she's talking about blatant. This particular person, she said that she didn't have her lashes on at one time when they met up, and she was actually going to get them done. And he was like, "You don't even look the same. You need to get yourself together." He told her that. This is a surgeon, and she was like taken back by that. She said that he told her, "You need to get yourself together. You don't even look like the same person."
This was his side chick?
Yeah, this was a mistress.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood that. Okay. I thought
all right, guys, in the comments, let us know what you all think. If you all are not familiar with Derrick Jaxn, there's been a lot going on about him in social media, a lot of memes, a lot of stories, a lot of people commenting on him and his wife and just the whole entire situation. And people are just wondering if he is liable. I mean, not liable, if he is still going to be able to rise above this. And I did see where it was a woman who spoke out. She was a therapist, and she was saying how women, she was actually having to see women who were hurt behind the information that they had gotten from Derrick, and that she's had to counsel them. And some of the women are like, I just can't believe that he is that he's doing all this and that he is that he's he this happened and all this is going on, and he lied and all this. But wow. Yeah, so wow. I can't even believe that anybody would put that much into what people say. But in a sense, though, I don't think that people are going to stop following him.
Right. I don't think so at all.
Yeah, I think that his following is going to grow. I think that he is helping her build a platform for herself, and that's where their focus is going to be, on her building her platform. Because yes, because I think
the platform going to be?
I feel like
the rebuilding of a broken woman. I mean,
yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Now there's going to be a lot of people who feel that. It's like she's broken. Like, she's gone through all this. Her husband has cheated on her. Her children, she up and left. And then she was to me, she was broken before that. Like, if you go back and look at, those long messages that she posted, about like all the things that she just felt and feel, just all of that. I just felt like.
But that's not someone you follow.
I'm sorry.
She's not showing that she's an overcomer. She's not showing the strength in it. She's showing weaknesses. So I don't think that's a platform that she's trying to build.
Absolutely.
She's not showing how she overcame it.
She is definitely showing signs of weakness. Her posts are very it makes you feel sorry for her. They really do.
I don't think she's trying to build herself a platform.
I said that I think that he is trying to build a platform for her. Yeah. Like, I think that that's what it's going to come from, just based on him holding her hands. And do you want to talk? Like, I felt like this hard facade that he has been trying to put up for so long. Like, he looked like a little boy sitting there with this death grip on her hand. Like, okay, now are you going to say something? What do you want to say or whatever? I just feel like he realizes that people are not going to find him to be relevant. So he has to keep this $1 million flow going. So
according to this mistress, she spoke to Derrick after she saw that interview, and he told her, according to her, that was damage control for him.
Yeah, we said that last week.
Forget his life. He's definitely doing it all for him. If he makes it seem like he's building her up, like you're saying, Shanika, then that benefits him too. Because at the end of the day, she's not saying anything. She's not telling nobody anything. She's just talking about herself and how she felt, but she's not really trying to bring out any message that's new for people to absorb,
No, all she's saying is God is dealing with him. The reason why I took him back is because God, I saw a change in him. God has showed, God made a change. He came back, he said this and he said that and all that. That's the place that she's going to come from. It's like, okay, yes, she's an overcomer. She overcame this. She's taking her husband back. Now the platform is, how do you take back? How do you get past your husband cheating? Like I just in 6 months, I guarantee you that it's going to be about her. I just feel like the platform is going to come out of it. It's going to be about her because people are still going to follow him, but I just feel like it's good because she even said, y'all are going to see more of me. So I was like, okay. So,
well, you know who we're going to see more of? Lil Nas X.
Yes. he gave me life this week after a horrible week. That young man gave me life.
Yes.
He's speaking of God and everything. He's ruffled some feathers, I think is the best way to say it. Just real quick, just the first question. How do y'all feel about the video if you've watched it?
I think it's genius. I'm talking about the creative. When you look at it from a creative standpoint, it's absolutely genius.
Shanika?
I don't have anything for that.
I told you guys when I first got the message to go see Lil Nas X video. I read it all wrong, but I rushed to go watch the video. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be. But I don't know. I definitely get the genius, like you were saying. It's genius. The marketing behind it. I had to watch it a couple of times to really, really get all that he was trying to say. And then after I read this article about it, I saw what he was doing. I saw how he's lashing out. I definitely see the evolution of Lil Nas X from when he first came out and he really was not. He was trying to conceal who he was to now he is basically just saying, this is who I am. And he's going against everything. Primarily like religion, the church and all that kept him bound. So after I read that article, watched the video, I was like, okay, no, that was smart. That was really smart.
Very smart.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So this was one of the things that he had put on his Instagram page because I wanted to follow him just to see how he was transitioning from, what is that song he had that?
Old Town Road.
Old Town Road.
Yeah,
what he's doing now, and I was like, okay. And then to hear about what the song. So the song that's out is, what is it? Call Me by My Name. What is the first thing though?
Well, it's Montero, and that is his birth-given first name, and it is Call Me by Your Name.
Call Me by Your Name. That's right. Okay, so right here, this is what's on his Instagram. So he said, I spent my entire teenage years hating myself because of the shit y'all preach what happened to me because I was gay. So I hope you are mad, stay mad, feel the same anger you teach us to have towards ourselves. I get that. A whole bunch of church people are coming after him, talking about, I guess he gave the lap dance to Satan, blah, 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 blah. And then this one was his letter to his younger self, basically. I can't even read that, but it's on my...
I wrote a song with our name in it. It's about a guy I met last summer. I know we promised to never come out publicly. I know we promised to never be that type of gay person. I know we promised to die with the secret. But this will open doors for many other queer people to simply exist. You see, this is very scary for me. People will be angry. They will say I'm pushing an agenda. But the truth is, I am. The agenda to make people stay the fuck out of other people's lives and stop dictating who they should be. Sending you love from the future. Lil Nas X.
Yes. So after reading all of that, I definitely get it. I get it. Now, Shanika, so this is unfiltered. Why are you silent in the matter? Yes, you're on the spot. So what's going on?
Well, if I didn't say anything, then how you put me on the spot? I understood. I understood the video. I understood him. I understood where he was coming from. I understand that people need to mind their business. I feel like, it was a lot, and when you filter out all the things that were a lot to get down to the point of his video, and all the people that come for him because I just think that my mentality was like, people get mad at that, but there's a lot on TV that's happening just on TV that's like a little bit risque, but we watch those things. I mean, Hallmark put out a movie this Christmas it was a couple, like they had a couple of gay people getting married. Like it's just a bunch of stuff that I just feel like at this point, if it's not of any interest to you, mind your business. If it's not, like if you don't have to expose your children, your family, whatever to it, then just mind your business. And if it's not for you, then mind your business. You know, so I just think I understood. I mean, like I understood the platform that he was the place that he was coming from. And at the end of it all, it's just like, stop judging people, because, you know, even though I think that's why I didn't want to answer, because it's like in my mind, I knew what I wanted to say. I knew how I felt about it, to convey it.
But it's interesting. It's interesting the perspective that you're coming at, because when all the people that I've talked to, they're not even talking about that side of it. They're more engaged with the fact that they're like, how far are you willing to go for marketing, as far as like lap dancing with the devil? And all the Black people really, what I've talked to, they're really going on this from the Christian point of view.
Which to me, I associate with Christianity. You know, I consider myself that, but I'm also a non-judgmental person. I am not homophobic. I believe in letting people live their truth. I think that people should be out and be able to be out and be comfortable with that. But I think that people that just looking at it from the religious standpoint is missing his point.
Yeah.
They're missing his point.
But it's everybody's point. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but it's everybody's point. I always say that people take homophobia or whatever, not homophobia, but being gay as like that's the sin. Like that is the sin, that's it. And it's like, okay, if you were to dissect what sins are to you, or what you think sins are, there's so many things. You know what I mean? There's so many things. So why is it always that's harped on? It's like we forget about everything else, whatever sin may be to you, and it's like that. It's like, no, if you just love the person and just worry about the person, because my thing is, you love a murderer, you love a glutton, a person who eats too much. You love a person who worries. You love all of this. You still love these people. So I just feel like if you concentrate on the person and not all the other stuff that goes with that person, then that's just the relationship that you have with that person. Like, why does all the other stuff matter? Whatever goes on in their house when you ain't there or whatever. I just feel like if you concentrate on how that person treats you and you judge that, then to me, that's all that matters. You judge, and people who sit up and say you shouldn't judge people. Yes, you should. Yes,
I say get off your high horse and look in the mirror. And when you see that perfect person staring back at you, then you judge. It's as simple as that.
But not even judge on that. Like, I'm not even saying judging that. I'm saying I don't like when people say you shouldn't judge. Yes, because I think that you should judge the person on how they treat you. If you don't want to be treated how somebody is treating you, then you have the option to walk away. You don't have to sit there and take it because people are like, don't judge. Yes, I am. I am going to judge because I have a way that I want to be treated. So, in looking at this video, I think that yes, it was almost like, yes, I'm dancing with the devil, but I think we've all danced with the devil. I think we all have danced with the devil.
See, I think that's still I think he didn't want us to take away that he danced with the devil. He wanted us to take away that he overpowered the devil, and at the end, he took the power.
But in order to get there, you have to still have that dance. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you have to go through that dance, and then it's like, okay, what am I doing here? Like, okay, I need to get past this. I need to get past the point of what people think about me. I need to get past, because I think that is the dance. When you're standing there and you're in the dance and you're like, okay, so this person is judging me. I care what this person thinks. My mama got something to say. My friends got something to say. My neighbor got something to say. This person I thought loved me, now I'm gay. Now they don't like me no more. Or now I done moved up in my my career and I don't have this friend anymore. Everybody's judging me. So I think that's the dance. And that's like the devil, the tricks that the devil is playing on you, and then you overcome that. So that's how That's just was my take on it. But
right. I mean, it sounds like you got the same message that Little Nas X is putting out there. I mean, at the end of the day, that was his own personal struggle, and he overcame it because he promised himself at a young age that he would never come out or ever be public about how he is. And then he came out, had the #1 song, people supported him, and some people said he deserved to go to hell. And just like that, he made a music video going to hell. I mean,
Yep.
to be,
And he said
went
that
to
too
hell,
today
and he
on Twitter. He said that too today on Twitter.
Mhm. Yeah. To me, I mean, the music video is creative. Sure. I mean, it's weird because
Yeah.
#1, everybody, he plays himself. He's the devil. He's the serpent. He's Adam. He's he's everybody in the religious text. So I mean, to me, some people could find that as a problem, but I thought it was pretty funny. You know,
Me too.
so like another thing that I think is interesting is just the Christian tradition. Is that in Western society, people love free speech, right? They always say freedom of speech, freedom of speech. And as a Muslim, people criticize followers of Islam for not depicting Muhammad and being mad when someone makes fun of Muhammad as a prophet. And here we are, same thing, right? I thought Westerners were open-minded and were okay with their religion being projected in the media. I guess it's not so, right? As long as they're okay with it, then
Because
whatever.
it's filled with hypocrisy.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. It's only right. It's only okay when they say it's okay.
Yeah.
Or when it's a white gay person. But
Right.
I can't speak on that.
I love it.
Yes.
But I love it.
So, are we going to change? Let's just change speeds. I don't know if Shanika's stuck or what's going on.
no,
She's
Okay. All right.
I was just thinking.
Okay. So, relationship stuff. I know, we're in marriages, 3 in marriages, and Chanel, she married, I'm sure, but she just don't want to talk about it. So I want to ask everybody, what do y'all do? So in situations like you're going out, to a party, going out, hang out with friends. What do you tell your significant other? Do you tell them where you're going when you leave the house, who you're going to be with? Who's going to be where you're going? How much information is appropriate, if any, when you're in a relationship? Are you supposed to do?
Okay, can I answer first? And then y'all tell me if I'm right because y'all married.
Okay. Well, I don't know. So what? You go ahead.
Okay.
You don't know.
If I was married, I would probably tell them where I'm going.
You would.
Say, "Hey, boo," and I would say where I'm going. I think it would be a little bit disrespectful to be like, "I'll be back." I don't know if that would fly.
Okay, so you can't just say, "Okay, I'm going." So you have to be detailed. I'm going to the mall with Shanika, and we'll probably be a couple hours, and I'll be back around 7. Is that what it's going to sound like?
I would probably. I don't know if I would do the time frame, but I would probably say, yeah, me and Shanika going to the mall, and going out to dinner, and then I would probably be a little specific. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm guilty because if I'm going to 3 different places, I'm giving 1. I'm giving 1, and I'm not giving
What
a
does
time.
that sound like?
Huh?
So what does that sound like? I'm going to the mall.
No, yeah, I'm going to the mall. Yeah.
So you're
But
not.
maybe your intention
I'm
was
hanging
to
out
go
with
to the
Derek
mall. 'Cause
Jackson.
sometimes when you get to the mall, you be like, okay, I'm gonna go this place and go that place.
Yeah.
And
I
then
mean,
you text. Are you supposed to text them and let them know that?
no. But I think that your partner knows, though. Your partner knows. Like Walter. Okay, so Walter. And it's her daughter, not her husband, that be worried. So I think Walter already knows. It's like, okay, she's going out. I don't expect her back a little bit, but he's very specific. He's like, okay, I'm going to go to the mall, and I need to run here, and I need to get this, and I'll be back by a certain time. So it's like clockwork, like I know. But for me, it's like, okay, well, I'm going to go here. And then he, like, after a while, he'll call me. Like, I just was checking to see if you was okay. And I'm like, yeah, I'm all right. I'll see you. But no, it's been times where I'm like, okay, I'm going. If he asks, then I might be just like, I'll be back.
Now, for me, I definitely, I mean, to me, my wife and I, we really are kind of intertwined. It's just kind of like a lot of things are going on, and I just want her to know what's up because it just feels better, more secure for me to just know like she knows where I'm at. If anything happens, she could say what's going on and where I'm at.
Yeah.
You know, I definitely don't want to be like Derek Jackson. Well, we found your husband in front of this house with white pillars, and she's claiming they saw each other. You know what I'm saying? I definitely don't want that to happen. So I want her to know where I'm at, where I'm going. And I mean, Shanika, I think that's levels to it, right? Like, if I go to my friend's house, and then on the way home, I'm like, oh yeah, let me stop at the CVS. I'm not gonna say I'm stopping. I'm going here. I'm going there. I might just run and get it real quick. But in general, I just like her to know where I'm at, and she seems to do the same for me. Hopefully.
So yeah, I don't. Okay, so we have a couple of comments. Asha says, I definitely tell him where I'm going. Kiana said, facts. We just be in the wind. Yeah, I just, yeah. Because sometimes, like, okay, so now I'm just gonna put myself out there. Because sometimes, like, I might stop and get food with a friend. And then it's like, he didn't eat. So then it's like, I gotta be like, okay, so do I call and say, I'm eating? Did you eat? Do you want something? I ain't coming right back right now. Like, sometimes I'm just not doing all that. Like, I'm just not. And then, so if I'm just hanging out with a friend, I'm just not, I just think, no, not all the times I'm divulging every single place I'm going or what I'm doing. No. And not all the time that he asks, he just be like, well, what time are you coming back? And I'll be like, I don't know. I'll call you. If you need something, just let me know. Just text me or call me and just let me know. But I don't know. I mean, do you find it necessary to tell where you're going?
Who? Me?
Uh-huh.
I don't have to because all Justin has to do is look on his app, and it tells him where I am at every second.
Well,
so,
I have a tracker on my car too. So
yeah,
it's
and I keep forgetting that we have the app to check. But if I'm anywhere, he'll text me and tell me, "Oh yeah, while you in there, bring me." X, Y, Z. So I was like, "Oh damn, I forgot we got that."
It sounds like
my iPhone app, so we can track each other.
And then see, but Walter be trying to pretend like you already know where I am.
Yeah. What you doing?
Right.
What you doing? Where you? I want to say.
You already know where I am. What do you want?
Yeah.
What?
That's cute.
Yeah. Okay. But so yeah, I have a question. So this question came to me and I was quite stunned. But I want to know what you all would do. So if your ex's new partner reached out to you and asked you if they, when y'all were together, did they make you have an orgasm? Would you answer them?
No.
Say it again. Repeat that.
Wait. One more time. One time for the one time. What you just said?
Y'all heard me. If your ex's new partner reached out to you and said, hey, me and my now husband, wife, or whatever have a bet. And I want to know, they said it was okay for me to reach out to you. And I want to know, when y'all were together, did this person make you orgasm? Would you tell them?
Well, I would.
I mean, like, right? Like, well, I feel like it's braggadocious, right?
Yeah.
I'm. Oh Lord.
Oh, and then also, I mean, also another thing is gender. I mean, that comes into it as well because a lot of people will say women are harder to please. Right? I mean, people will say that. So, I mean, if a man called me and said that about a girl, I'd be like, well, I mean, we were dating, like, you know what I'm saying? But if a guy called you and said, did your ex like, or no, if a girl called you and asked if that guy made you, man, like I couldn't even imagine.
I'm just trying to think where that stems from. Like, where does that stem from? Like, what would possess you to call somebody and ask somebody?
And what kind of bet would that be? Like,
right. Like that's where I was at with it. Like, what kind of bet was that? Like, what kind of how did that conversation go? Like, I just don't understand. Like that's where I was at with it, but.
So does that mean the ex was challenging them and saying, well, my ex made me come harder than you ever did, or something, like they had an argument? That's right. So now you got to call the ex and be like, did you do that?
Or that you don't, I'm not orgasming when we're together. And so what's the problem? And then it was like, I don't know. Like,
yeah, like, I didn't have a problem with my ex. Well, you bring her home, but let me call her because I believe you did.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. Well, I just feel like, guys really be taking that to heart, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, but y'all tell me, how do women take that? I mean, would you be mad? I don't even know.
I don't think that I would answer. I would be like, that's personal. I don't think that I would want to be pulled into that. I would just be like, that's personal. I don't want to be pulled into whatever type of bet. And like, no, I wouldn't give either one of them the satisfaction. Him of thinking yes or no, you did or you didn't, and her the satisfaction of yes, he did or he didn't. Like whatever situation, whatever problems y'all got going on, y'all need to fix it. Because
I'm not getting involved. I don't want to play that game.
Right. If he's not making you orgasm, then y'all need to figure out what y'all got going on. Because maybe I don't know. I just don't.
Right. What do they want? A picture of you? Like, well, since you made them orgasm, all right, here, I'll send you a photo of me so they can look at me while.
Oh my God.
I mean, come on, right? I mean, what do they want? What if you answered the way they wanted you to? What are they going to get from that?
Right.
I don't know.
You don't even know if he can make me come. Just know I can make my own self come.
Right. I was like that. Right. That's what I was like. A bullet would be done. Like, get you a bullet, girl. That's over in 2 minutes. We're done with it.
That is a crazy. That's a question Derek Jackson wants about.
Yeah. Okay. So, what do y'all think? I need to hear from y'all. I need to hear from our artists. What do you tell? Merrick said no. He wouldn't tell. He wouldn't say anything. Asha said, haha, yes, I would, but it would probably make her cry.
Oh my God.
Leah said, what kind of question is that? And then Asia said, crazy. Yeah, I don't know. And then I'm just I don't know. I don't know what kind of question that is. I don't know why you would even want to know, and I don't know why you would even call an ex to ask.
I don't either.
I mean,
all of the above.
What was the next question going to be? If it was like yes, was the next question going to be like, well, what did y'all do? Like, I don't know.
That's it, right? How is that possible? Right?
I don't get it.
Oh, okay, we did this. It's like, oh, really? That's what you did with you? Dang, so she was a freak, huh? Like,
because like Amir said, I could see this conversation like growing and growing and growing. You're not able to get off the phone. No, I don't want.
Wait. So will you tell that to us in person? We outside your house right now.
No. Well, how about this? Do you mind joining in? Because we need to know.
Oh no.
No, Will, you would say yes or no. I mean, you would answer the question.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like if you want to know, right?
Yeah, if you have the nerve to call me, I'm not having the nerve to hurt your feelings. Yeah.
I couldn't do it, honestly.
I'm busy right now, but if you call back a little bit later, I can tell you what you can do.
I kind of want to hear what Justin
is thinking a couple videos. Whichever one you want.
Oh my gosh. So I have a video. You want verbally or you want a video? Which one?
Oh, you more of a visual person?
That is asking for problems. Why do people?
Are you more audio or do you?
Why do people set themselves up for failure? That's the question. That's setting yourself up for heartbreak, man.
Yeah,
I mean, people ask their current partner sometimes. Will the like? I mean, like even that, I couldn't imagine asking, "Were they better than me?"
Like,
You know what I'm saying?
why,
Like,
Oh my
why would
God.
you ask that question? Why would you? I wouldn't even want to know. Like,
You know what bothers me when people say, "Are you satisfied?" I hate that damn question. Oh, it just makes me want to throw up. Like,
Really?
I feel like that would ruin it.
What
question.
about thank you? Does thank you bother you?
that's too prostitutish. That's too prostitutish. And here, let me.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
It
Okay.
depends on how you say thank you.
yeah.
Like, if you saying it sexy
Thanks.
on the way to the shower, but not just like.
Like if you say it sexy and seductively while you planting a kiss on my forehead, thank you. Now that's different.
Romantic, right? There's
I
romance.
read in a book that they said that is one thing that you should do that is romantic. To say
See,
thank
Thank you.
if they say thank you and it's seductive and romantic and you just plant that little
I
kiss
used
right
to read
there,
all
I'll
the time.
take
When I
that.
was in high school, I used to read. I couldn't get it, so I was reading up about it. So I knew I knew how to do everything. I just wasn't doing it yet.
I've heard thank you is polite, but those books can't tell you how to say thank you. And I guarantee you, plenty of people have fucked it up because they've been like, "All right, thanks. What are you doing after this?"
Yeah, I'd be like,
Oh, I was thank you. Why are you upset?
I mean, if you give me the thank you, you gotta put some money on. I'm just saying.
Right. Like, is it thank you? Like, what you mean?
Like a thanks and a kiss on the neck, or
Yes, Will.
I mean, yeah, you gotta, this went from PG to XXX real quick.
whisper in the ear, kiss the neck.
Yes.
Those things. It's getting hot. Yeah.
Right.
So,
So maybe somebody's crying right now because this is a real topic.
Yeah, man.
This
It is.
is to triple X real quick. And then Marissa said, "I'm here." Well, I mean, how do you say? Okay, Chanel, how you say you got to be seductive because if you just give me oh thank you and as you putting on your pants.
Oh, I don't say that.
Okay. Picture this.
Okay, yeah.
Now I'm gonna use the traditional. So her laying back on the pillow. No, we'll say
I'm laying back.
We'll say him laying on the pillow right after. So
I'm laying back.
all the energy is gone. And the girl laying up on her chest and she's like looking to his face. He's like laid back. And she goes up close to his ear, gives him a kiss on the neck, and she just whispers, "Thank you." That's romantic.
Perfect.
Perfect.
He set the whole scene.
For what? He gonna say for what? And then that's gonna be a whole.
Now that you get it right, and if he's laid back, I said he's exhausted. So it was a hot, heated session. Now you got to do what you got to do during the session. Don't say thank you.
And then you don't even just have to say thank you. You can just say thanks for that.
Yeah. Oh, I needed that. Anything like that.
Yeah, right.
That gratitude for it.
Okay.
Yes, I needed that.
Okay, I'm gonna let you know how that work out.
I agree with Oscar here, though, that I just think, you got to say it the right way.
Oh, yeah,
or
gotta be safe.
no matter
Yeah,
what.
because then it sounds so prostitutish. Like,
Right. Like, where my money at? Run me my money.
Right. Because that's, I'm just like, they shouldn't even be talking afterward. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, my
they
God.
just said not for what? Laugh out loud the coochie.
Y'all are
Yeah.
wild. I thought I was the one.
This is second to the last show, so I guess, okay.
But don't ask me if I'm satisfied. Because you already should know.
But if you say, I think that's it. Because when someone says, "Are you satisfied?" I think
Why?
it kind of gives the impression that they
That you don't know
think
what you
you're
didn't know
satisfied.
what you were doing.
But do you think that's a conversation? Because some people could do things that they like to get done. And it's not necessarily something that you like.
I think that you have to, first of all, you shouldn't be with somebody that you're not in sync with. You communicate with your bodies and your reactions and your responses.
Right, doesn't your body say thank you? Like, why you
But
gotta
how would somebody know that you like your big
toe
toe suck if you don't tell them?
wait, say what you say?
I said, how would somebody know that you like your big toe suck if you don't tell them? If that's your hot spot, I wouldn't guess it.
Oh, but I would tell them if I needed.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Do I satisfy you? No, I wish you would do a little bit more of this, or I really like my big toe suck.
That sounds like a dinner conversation. After dinner, not after sex.
No, I'm not talking about this. Is not during sex. This is just a conversation period.
Right. Yeah, so as long as we make that clear, because I feel like if we have that conversation at some point, then fine. You know, like how are you doing? Are you how are you feeling? Am I satisfy you? And that could be about anything, right? But I'd say right after the act, if somebody's like, so
that's what I'm talking about, Amir. Don't ask me that. Like
right.
Don't ask
you, am I the biggest you've ever been with?
Because then I think that goes into a lesson. Okay, well, see, like, okay, well, it was to the point where you did, and then then people get all, like, yeah, no.
People are if I was satisfied, I was just not satisfied.
Like, what is another option other than thank you? Like, give me something else. Like, I just.
It's a hard one.
How about just a kiss in a special place?
I just think your body is gonna say thank you. Like your body is just gonna be like,
no, Shanika, no.
But what about the big toe?
No, Shanika, no.
What do you mean, Chanel? What?
Okay, so after all is said and done, your bodies have calmed down. I'm painting a picture like Will. Y'all in bed, y'all next to each other, and let's say you're ready to get up and go to the bathroom, right? This is what Amir is saying. How do you say thank you? Like at this point, what do you do?
You asking who? You asking Shanika?
Are you asking me?
Like what could you do? You can plant a pet in a special place. I mean, there's the things that you can do that's nonverbal. I mean,
I'm talking about when she walks past, you grab something.
For me,
yeah, you can stroke Amir. You can stroke something, rub on something.
The thank you is for me is I'm gonna need you to be ready to go again when I come to this bathroom. That's the thank you that I do. And then
with the big toe ready is what Shanika's saying.
Big toe.
Like that's where I'm at with it. Like let that be my thank you. And
I just don't think it's a good idea to quiz people afterwards.
Also, I would hate
get your feelings hurt. So if anyone's listening, you read that same book Will was talking about, you could thank them, but find a way to do it without just saying, all right, thank you for that. That was nice.
Like it reminds me of the episode of Boomerang where he Robin Givens leaves that $50, $100, $200 or whatever on the nightstand, and then he pulls the blanket up like that's
oh
like that's what that
thought this was
reminds me of. Like, oh my gosh, I don't know, but yeah, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. It says no, we can pass on the thank you. Then you have to say it each time. When you don't, there will be some explaining. Asia says right, got to experiment. Fabian says not the big toe, and then Merrick says you're welcome. Like I just like yes. How does that go?
I mean, you could just say you're welcome, right? But okay, so for me, I think if somebody were to, if you get a thank you, then that must mean you. I mean, it better be one of those thank yous where it's like thank you, like oh my god, like I can't do anything else. Thank you. I didn't even do anything for you. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever you did, they didn't even do anything to you because you just controlled the whole situation. Thank you. You know what I mean? Because it's a reciprocal.
Do you like to be okay? So are y'all controllers? Do y'all like to be in control or you want to be controlled? I already know you will. I already know.
I like a mixture.
You must be nonverbal.
Me?
Yeah. You don't have the answer. You gave me the answer. Don't worry about it. That's why you can't say.
No detail. I prefer.
The funny thing is, I am not like I don't like noises. Like I don't like loud.
Okay.
I don't want like loud.
There's a library going on.
It's too like if it's going to be something, it needs to be like right here. It needs to be very intimate, very right there. Like I don't want to hear all that because then I just think you're making it up at that point.
Oh Lord, no! I turned it to Tupac, honey. It's I got a bandana wrapped around my head and everything.
But what?
You got on your Timberland boots.
Yeah. And half for real, yeah. Tim's and boxes, that's hot. Yeah.
Oh my god. See, I feel like Lil Nas X would appreciate this conversation.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, I'm telling y'all the truth. Y'all doing all this, and y'all got somebody at home? Not right.
Oh my god.
Okay. So what's next?
Okay.
What are we gonna talk about?
Well, y'all bandanas and bandanas and Timberlands. I mean, some people like that role playing. Some people like role playing.
Oh yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And I was not like that until I got married because my spouse taught me that. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. That's that millennial stuff. Yeah.
Hmm.
I was like you once upon a time. Yeah. Shh.
Okay.
We're doing something. Shh.
I just whole Tupac visual. I can't. Like I just with this.
Oh, it's hot. I'm gonna get this body right too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Uh-oh.
Oh, because he here?
Door crack.
What you talking about it here? Hold up.
You know he get.
I didn't even hear my name.
All right. So I got quiet. So are y'all?
Oh,
So y'all, sex
What's
is
the
not
next
y'all
topic?
thing. Sex is not. I know it is, and I know y'all role play too. Like y'all, I know some of y'all. I know some of y'all, and I know.
Ooh.
I know.
All
Y'all,
of them do. That's why they're quiet.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Role playing, saying thank you, and being seductive. You know what? Let me tell y'all this really fast before we get out. So for my first, and I thought it was amazing. So for my 40, when I turned 40, right, I hired these two dancers. I hired these two dancers that came and showed us me and my birthday party and showed us how to do a dance, a lap dance.
Ooh.
And like it was, and then they taught us how to flip in a person's lap,
Mm.
and then like all of your stuff is like right there in their face. Like I thought, wow, like it was so seductive, and it was just like that's the kind of stuff like that I like. Like okay,
Have you practiced? Have you done it? Have you?
I mean,
I'm going to invite you to chair dance class.
oh yes.
Bring your heels and your black tights.
Sometimes, like when I'm by myself, like I can feel comfortable doing it by myself.
Look at a mirror.
When you're by yourself, go ahead now.
It's okay. I mean, you know.
When
You
I'm
relate
like,
to yourself.
I just have to practice it because it's very seductive. But you know what? It's very mental too, because I think that's the part that I like about it. It's like being that close to somebody and it's like, don't touch. Like that's just like when you do in the whole mental aspect of it, and you mentally like, you know, when you are mentally, mentally, you know, y'all know when you are mentally without it actually having the intercourse part, you know, and you're mentally just, you know, yeah, taking advantage of somebody in their life, and you just like don't touch. Like that's the part. That's the part for me. Yeah. So, but I thought, wow, like when I learned how, I was like, wow. So yeah.
I mean, you know, they call it's a profession. You know, it's not just some random thing people be doing. You know, definitely a skill.
Yeah, I know. I remember one of my friends was giving a pole dance. Like,
I was waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like,
I'm still trying to find one that can hold me.
Well, you gotta screw it into the right.
Girl, it gonna have to be in the beans.
It's gotta be an industrial strength fire.
I'm so serious. Because y'all
Can I ask one more question?
So I'm tall.
Yeah, well.
Okay, so it's another relationship thing.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm stuck on the relationship. So
I love it. Come on, let's go.
So like, you're in this relationship, and you know you're not married or anything, but it is a relationship. You know, you see it going somewhere, and your partner comes to you one day and says something about one of your friends or somebody that you hang out with, that there's just something about this person that makes them uncomfortable and feel a little bit insecure. It's somebody of the opposite sex, and they want you to either not be around them anymore or limit your friendship with them. Would you do that?
It depends on how serious the relationship is and if it's marriage, in my opinion.
So if it's a friend of yours, you would still do that?
It depends, because at this point, first of all, I would have to ask more questions. And dig deeper into why they feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I ask more questions, then maybe I can get to the bottom of it, and maybe I can kind of get them out of those feelings, or offers a different perspective on those feelings that will make them feel more comfortable. But if we can't get over the hump, I have to really consider the importance of each relationship.
Right.
I mean, and I'm not going to lose my husband over a friend, if it's really that serious. So I mean, the seriousness of the
potential husband, right?
You know how old I am. No, okay. So, well, I would have to consider what it is, and I think that I would probably be able to talk them out of feeling that way and offer them a different perspective. I would assume that I could do that, but if I can't, you have to consider the importance of each relationship. I mean, I wouldn't want to continue a relationship with somebody behind somebody's back, and be betraying.
Right.
I wouldn't want to do that. I don't know.
Yeah, for me, that was something I definitely struggled with in the past. And I mean, it just was like, I'm cutting off these people. But, one thing I found is, like, as I gotten older, I don't really know why I was friends with certain people anyway. Like, so what I found was, like, as I got more into the relationship, I'm like, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like, what was I even gaining from that relationship anyway?
Right.
I mean, I'm still friends with my really good friends. But I think when I was younger, early 20s, that was a hell nah. Like, what? Like, I'm not, I hang out with who I want, when I want. But now I'm, 30, I'm all like, as I got closer to 30, I'm like, I don't even care about all these people, And as my wife points out, if you guys remember a couple of episodes ago, this girl called on Valentine's Day. And I was like, yeah, I don't need to talk to you no more. You know what I mean? Like, it was okay. And she was, Fabian ain't saying, but she was like, yo, she's calling you on Valentine's Day? And I was like, okay, I know it's too far, but, what am I going to say to this person, right? Like, and so I can't go out and just be like, my girl doesn't want me to talk to you. I had to say, like, yo, you're pushing the boundaries. We can't have this relationship like this anymore. I'm in a new relationship and I'm spending more time. So I think it's all about intention. So if you can't make that decision on your own, then you shouldn't end that relationship or friendship. But if you can make that decision on your own, then I say go for it. Sorry.
What do you say, Shanika?
Well, I'm big on. I do think that people get nervous about people having relationships of the same sex. I mean, of the opposite sex. I do think that people do get a little nervous about that. But I also think that, just like my husband, I'm like, he has female friends that he has built relationships with over time. And I wouldn't want to be like, oh, you can't be friends with this person. Even if it's something like, okay, like, I just think she's pushing up on you, or like if we've had parties, and because we've had parties and I've invited some of his female friends over. Now, some of my friends were a little bit more concerned about them than I was. Because it's like, okay, she's talking to your husband a little bit too long. She's sitting next to him a little bit too long, and I'm like, okay, but I know that's, we haven't seen her in a while. They don't talk every day. It's been, some time that they've seen each other. So, I just feel like until unless I feel like really uncomfortable about it, I just feel like people should be able to have relationships with people of the same sex. If it's like Amir said, if you're not pushing boundaries, if you're not being disrespectful, if you are respecting, because I think that we all should be friends. You know what I'm saying? It's like we should all, if you, my husband has gone out with some of his female friends, and like a guy and a female friend, and they've gone out, and I have not gone because that's their friend circle, or whatever.
Let me ask you a question, Shanika. What if you had a female friend and your husband, was not jiving with this friend? Not that she did, but people pick up on vibes. He was like, I'm not feeling her. Like, no. And to the point where you're hanging with this girl, and then when you come home, you and him are arguing about it. And so, I mean, how would you handle that?
Well, and I've had that situation before now, because so my thing is this. It's going to be real surface. Okay, it's going to be real surface.
Yeah, she was about to go on a rant with this one.
Real surface. He's the breadwinner. Okay. I ain't trying to upset that. I'm not trying to anything that's going to take him out of his character and him being somebody or doing stuff that I know he doesn't do because of a relationship that I have with somebody. No, I'm not going to, because his job is too important for him to be out of character and for him to be able to function. He can't function properly at his job because he's worried about what's going on with my friendship or what with somebody else. Like, no. So if that friendship is causing him to be taken out of character, no.
I respect that. That was my point. Was I have to consider the importance of the relationship. Yeah.
So no.
Will, what about you?
Will is a married man with a single mindset. I just look. We had this conversation. I mean, because most people know that my ex is my best friend. He was in my wedding, and before I got married, I asked my husband now, does my relationship with my ex bother you? He told me no. He gave me a good reason. He was like, that was a relationship that was there in place before I came along. And I was like, thank you for understanding that. It would have been a problem for me if he couldn't respect that relationship. And, it would have to be really good grounds for him to, and there have been relationships that he has been, pretty adamant about, I'm not comfortable with that relationship. And I can't say that it's ended, but I limit my contact with the people because there's valid reason for it.
But you did make an adjustment.
I made an adjustment. I made an adjustment.
Right.
Yeah, because I saw it. But it wouldn't, nobody could come to me and say, I don't want you hanging around X, Y, Z just because you're in a certain position in my life. I would have to see the need for it, and then I would choose to make that adjustment.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Because I don't like that. I feel like if you were friends with somebody before me, or even doing like if you friend, and I feel like it's genuinely y'all are genuinely friends. Like I'm not going to take that away because like he has a female friend. They're genuinely friends. Like I'm not going to take that from him because I think that we're just in the day and time that sometimes your best friend is not a girl. Sometimes your best friend is not what I'm saying? Sometimes your best friend is a guy, and I think that we need to normalize that because not all people's best friends are going to be of the same sex. It's just that's just not how it is. If you befriend somebody and it's like, okay, we're friends. Like my daughter has a lot of good guy friends, and so I would think that if she carries those friendships on and, throughout her adulthood, then whoever she gets with, it would be interesting. Like, this is my friend. And like, we hung out in college. We built a rapport. We never dated. We were strictly friends. Like, I don't like that. I don't like, and I'm very, I guess.
Yeah, there's also the idea of like just regular friends who you're not considered attracted to. I mean, imagine if it was a male or a female friend that you're like your significant other's like, I don't even like them. I don't like what they're about.
Right.
Like I don't like the activities they engage in. I don't like the way they talk about this. They could be outright disrespectful to your significant other in certain ways too. So it's a lot to consider, but at the end of the day, you got to make that decision for yourself. If your significant other has to make that decision for you, there's probably a problem. It's something y'all got to talk about.
Okay. All right, y'all. So, I'm getting sad now because it is just one more show. I was excited, but I'm getting sad. It's just one more show. I'm going to miss y'all. But
that's been a long time too. But I'm trying to stay busy and focused. Like I need to get some things really done.
Exactly.
In 3 months.
Exactly. So thank everybody for participating, for tuning in. Make sure that you come in. We're gonna have a very special show on next week. A lot of surprises coming on. So make sure that you tune in next Monday, 7 p.m. That is April the 5th?
April 5th.
April the 5th. All right. Look at him. All right. So just make sure you tune in. He's a little upset about my comment. So I'm going to go ahead and go. And
like a chair.
Yes.
I mean, Will's a diva.
See you guys next week.
All right.
See you
Bye.
next week.
Have a good
Bye.
one.